Hi guys, it's me and my assistant's dog Zorro here, chilling out. Um, so yeah, I thought I'd give you guys a little bit of an update. We had quite an adventurous few days really. The first being yesterday I met up with my mom in the park. Just socially distancing and all that lot in the park, and I had Zorro with me, but I just kind of let him, be a dog and just let him have a run around the park and stuff. It's kind of what I usually let him do, and then towards the end, like I do a bit of training with him, and we all sat down at this bench, and this park is like it's a fairly big sort of nature type park, and then in the centre of it, it's got like a children's playground, and obviously you're not allowed to take dogs inside the children's playground, unless you're like me, you have an assistance dog and things, and that's fine. We all of a sudden, because we were a bit away from the children's play area, we all of a sudden heard this like screaming and things, and we looked over and we could hear all this growling and all this commotion was going on, and we looked over and there was this huge pit bull type dog. And bearing in mind, pit bulls in the UK are illegal. Like, it doesn't matter whether it's on lead or off leash, it's illegal. I think unless you've got like paperwork and you've got it muzzled and stuff like that. This dog was off lead, not muzzled, and it had got hold of a small child. So, yeah. Luckily, this pit bull, he like pinned this child down to the floor, and this child was, like really small, like only like 2-3 years old, something like that, and you could just hear this child screaming. Pit bulls, they're tough animals, and they're bred and designed to fight, or hunt and things like that. That's what they're bred to do. And this dog was literally like shaking this child around with its mouth, and the owners weren't really trying to get involved. They were just sort of stood there shocked, and it was a few bystanders that sort of like ran and got involved and managed to get the dog off the child, and the mom like pulled her child away, and luckily, thank God, that the child was okay, and I think it had like a few bumps and scrapes and stuff, but overall the child was all right. Not mentally, I don't think, after that, but it could have been a hell of a lot worse. And then it was only after that the owner decided to put a lead on it and just keep walking around the child play area. Like, you've got all this space to walk around in the big nature area where it's away from people, and you choose to go to one of the most populated, busiest areas full of children in a play area. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. That's the reason these dogs are banned. It's not the dogs, it's the idiot owners like that decide to have them because they look tough and things, and luckily, as I say, nobody got hurt. Me and my mum were kind of stood a bit further back, but after that had happened, the pit bull and the owner were like walking towards us, and I just said to my mum, like, let's just walk in the opposite direction, because I can't afford for my dog to be attacked by that dog. Because, one, I wouldn't want my dog to be attacked, whether it was a pet or assistance dog, but I need my dog to do a job. And if that dog gets off lead again or anything like that, that'd be it for my dog. He's a small Yorkshire Terrier, so he wouldn't stand a chance. But yeah, that was interesting. And I'd never seen that dog there before either. Like, and I go to that park every day with my dog. I'd never seen that person with the pit bull there before. So whether they just sort of, come for the day or something, I don't know. But yeah, it was quite traumatic to see and things like that. And yeah, I'm quite glad that I wasn't filming at that point either, because would have that would just been horrible to capture on film. But yeah, other than that, we have been doing more training. Today, I had a bit of like pretty bad health day where it's just been, he's had to alert like about 4 or 5 times when I was in the park to my fainting episodes, which is really good because I was on my own today at the park, and yeah, it's just took it out of me a little bit, just made me feel a bit rubbish. But if Zorro wasn't there, it would have been a lot worse. I'd have been on the floor and probably still in hospital at this point. So it just goes to show that these dogs, these assistance dogs and service dogs, they really are, everything to the handlers and everything. So don't judge him because he's small, and I had a lot of people the last few days because I've got 2 children and one of them's still in a pushchair. I had a few people sort of giving me dirty looks because I'm pushing my son in a pushchair and I've got an assistance dog with me. And they keep looking at me as if to say, what do you need that dog for if you're able to push a pushchair around a shop? Like, and it really started to get to me the other day. Like, and I had there was like 2 old people behind me, sort of, I knew they were muttering stuff, about me and my assistance dog, Zorro. Bear in mind, my assistance dog was doing a perfect tuck between me and the pushchair, just to keep him out of the way, just to stop people from sort of treading on him and stuff like that whilst we were in the queue, because there wasn't a lot of space. And he was being good as gold. There was a few kids running around the shop that were being 10 times worse than he was, but they seemed to have a problem with him. Like, it just doesn't add up to me. But yeah, he's he's zonked out now, like, chilled. Aren't you? You say hello? But yeah, he's zonked out, chilled now. But that's what I found lately, because my partner, he's working more, so I have to, if I'm going out anywhere, I have to take my son with me in the pushchair. I can't leave him at home or anything like that. So he has to come with me. And sometimes it's not ideal, obviously, if I have bad health days. I always get a little bit worried, but because I've got Zorro there to alert me a few minutes before, I can do something about it so that I don't end up sort of crossing a busy main road and suddenly passing out when I've got my son in a pushchair. So yeah, but I do just like get these people that just, 1, because he's small and he's a Yorkshire Terrier, and 2, because I don't look disabled, and the other day I just kind of snapped because, again, I was having a bad health day already, migraines were setting in and I was just wanting to get home and, get done and things and go and lie down in a dark room. And I heard this woman just say, well, why on earth she needs that dog, I don't know. And what can that dog possibly do for her? Look at it. Like, it can do a lot more for me than what you could probably do. And I just turned around and said to her, well, I'm sorry, but, can you see a brain injury? Like, just because I'm not in a wheelchair, or, I have crutches, or I'm not crawling across the floor or something, or screaming out in agony, making noise. There are things called hidden disabilities. It's one of the main reasons that I go around with this. It's not to get out of wearing a mask or anything like this. This is my hidden disabilities badge. It has my name on, my partner's name, my partner's phone number on it, and a little information about my assistance dog and what to do. That's it. This does not make me exempt from wearing a mask. So a lot of people have been trying to jump on that bandwagon with these things and, say that, oh, it makes me exempt. No, it doesn't. If you have a letter from your doctor, or your doctor gives you a medical exemption lanyard, not one of these, then that does make you exempt. These don't. You can buy these off the internet. This is where I got mine from. Because, like I say, it's for emergencies. It's to let people know that there is contact information on there that they can get hold of my next of kin. Especially if I'm out with my son and something happens. So yeah, little educational rant over with now. Yes, don't go out and think that you can buy one of these because you don't want to wear a mask and things. It's not how they work. A lot of people think that is how they work. And a lot of businesses as well think that that's what it's for, and they don't question it. Like I say, it's okay if you've got an actual, medical reason, stuff like that. I'm waiting for my doctor to give me my actual medical exemption lanyard one, and doctor's note to come through the post, because I find it hard. I mean, I do wear the masks, but I find it aggravates my condition more. And it's not because I can't breathe. It has nothing to do with that. It's just because having the mask on my face creates heat. And my body doesn't cope with temperature change very well, like at all. And it triggers my migraines and it triggers my fainting episodes. And they can happen extremely quickly, like within minutes of wearing a mask. And so that's why at the moment I'm sort of not going in shops and things until I can get either my doctor's note comes through the post or my medical exemption manual comes through the post from my doctor as well. So I've been trying to avoid going to shops and things as much as I can anyways. But yeah, because it's just, I've noticed every time I've been trying to wear the masks, 9 times out of 10, I end up having a medical episode where Zorro has to alert and I have to sit or lie on the floor until it passes and things. And staff members have, been kind enough to sort of say, okay, we believe you, like you don't have to wear the mask or put it on and things. But I think at the moment, I get enough dirty looks as it is because I have my assistance dog with me. I don't need any other person coming up with an excuse to have a go at me. And I don't want to have to keep explaining myself constantly to people, because I have to do that with Zorro anyway, no matter where I go. Every time I leave the house, doesn't matter the fact that he's plastered with, a vest that says he's an assistance dog and a lead that's got assistance dog written on it and do not distract. People will always ignore it and come up and try and fuss him and things. I don't mind if they come up and ask me questions, that's fine, but don't just run up to him and think that you've got the right to distract him and stroke him and stuff like that, because it's not okay. He could miss an alert and I could end up on the floor, and it could potentially cost me my life, or I could end up in hospital with another brain injury on top. So, yeah. But that is what we've been getting up to lately. I don't think there's been much else. I've just been trying to chill out at home as much as I can because, like I say, my health's not been great. Like, my migraines have been getting worse, and due to that, my fainting episodes have been getting worse. My kidneys have been getting worse. So, everything's kind of on the downfall, really. Nothing's really improved or got any better, it's just got worse. But unfortunately, that's because the waiting times for hospital appointments have got worse due to COVID. You know, all the doctors are understandably extremely busy dealing with that and have to put things aside to deal with the main problems of COVID at the moment. But it just, it's just a waiting game, really. And hopefully I don't get too bad before we can all get back on track. So, but I'm going to hopefully, like I say, I'll put a few training bits and pieces in this. And yeah, I hope you enjoy. And I'll see you soon. Chuck. Good boy. Right. Chuck. Chuck. Good boy. Good boy. That's a good boy. Good boy. Focus. Focus. Good boy. Focus. Focus. Good boy. Right. Yeah. Good boy. Focus. Good boy. So. Here. Check. Good. Good. Check. 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 Good boy. Keep checking. Keep checking. Check. 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 Huh? Check. 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 Leave. Leave. Check. Good boy. boy. Oh. Good boy. Check. Check. Check it. Check. 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 Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah. Check. Check. Good boy. Good boy. Check. Check. Check.
About to take £125,000. I am not going to risk it, and I'd love to sit here and walk through them, but I don't have enough knowledge in my head to even spitball. So I am going to take the money.
Okay, is that your final answer?
That is my final answer.
To the price you're leaving here was £125,000. That's great. I can tell you were slightly distracted. You're right, of course. Christopher Wren was operational around that time. But as you say, it was 60 to 66, so somehow you worked out he was 2 just because this was...
It says born in 1664.
Yeah, born in 1664, yeah.
So he would have been...
I was so excited, I hadn't worked that out. Anyway, I only know that because my mother was evacuated to Castle Howard in the war, so I do know the answer to that.
Oh, wow, okay.
But I'm going to make you tell me what you would have said.
I would have said Charles Barry for absolutely no reason other than it's not Christopher Wren.
If you'd have said that, you'd have been leaving here with 32 cents. That was the wrong answer. John Bamber is the
Good boy. Good boy. What you doing? What you doing? Come. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Round. 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 So. Round. Good boy. Round. Round. Good boy. Good boy. Down. Yeah. Good boy. Round. 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 Good boy. Wait. Good boy. I can pull it again. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah. 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 Good boy. Check. Good boy. Good check. Good check. Down. Check. 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 Good boy. Let's go. Good boy. Good pressure. Down. Pressure. Head down. Head down. Head down. Good boy. Head down. Good boy. Good boy. Head down. Good boy. Got any left? Okay. Good boy. Oh. Leave it. Come. That's sneaky. Need to work on that. Leave it. Here. Here. Good boy. Okay. Good boy. Good boy. Under. Tuck. Tuck. Down. Now under. Under. Tuck. Tuck. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. That's a clever boy. Under. Under. Now one side. Here. Under. Under. Good boy. Good boy. You're clever.